Welcome. I'm very excited for Royal Rumble. It is my favorite pay-per-view. You have a lot of memorable Rumble memories, Bobby. What is one of your favorites, the top of your head?
I gotta say it's probably winning the title back. That was a big one. Um, I always say that I can't think of one particular time because anytime when you're in the Rumble, it's crazy. Even if you're in there for just a second, just how just how much energy coming
Hmm.
down that ramp and then just to get in there and then you just give it all you got there for however much time you're in there, and the crowd just loves it. They feed into it. It's just a high energy event. So I can't say one particular time trump the other.
Who is someone that you're excited to eliminate first this Saturday?
I wish I can say something very, very high, which this person is somebody that has a tremendous amount of potential to be a huge star in this company. Cross getting him back. We got a
Hmm.
little issue. I mean, we had a little issue a couple weeks ago, and the thing that I don't understand with this is you're a big dude and you got two other big guys. You jump us from the back, and then you don't we don't talk about it. So of course I want to kind of get some revenge on some of the guys that have kind of cheap shotted me. Santos, if I see him, I'm gonna throw him all the way into the stands. Or any of his boys, I'm gonna throw them all the way into the stands. But
As you
definitely
should.
Cross. I'd like to get my hands on. And then there's a few guys that everybody think are favored to win. I want to throw one of those guys out like almost immediately.
Are you thinking
Immediately.
about like the Codys and the CM Punks of the world?
There's that. Drew's been a heavy favorite. LA Knight. I want to throw one of them out, not to piss the crowd off, but just to kind of set my dominance and let everybody know what 2024 is about, especially for me. The amount of potential that I have. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's no Kenny. I've already done it. So
Right.
I should be in that picture of that world title, whether it's against Seth, whether it's against Roman. If I'm not the guy right now, I'm the guy first in line. And I want to make sure that that is known at the Rumble.
I love that, Bobby, and I'm definitely team Bobby. You mentioned potential and those who are next. So you are now in a faction with Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Can you speak a little bit to joining up with them and what that means for the future of your WWE career and kind of where you see you guys going?
You know what? I think just from the beginning, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to link up with those guys is because they do have talent. They have extreme amounts of talent, and kind of growing up in the business, you kind of look for people that kind of emulate yourself, or people that I kind of see the potential in. I've always had a tremendous amount of potential from the day that I came into the business, and there's also so many guys that have a tremendous amount of potential right now. But when I saw those guys as they've already tapped into what they were able to do, winning a tag team championships. But I think the amount of talent and the entertainment aspect of those guys by itself is just I have a great time. I've been hardcore Bobby so long in my history,
Mhm.
since I've been wrestling, and I think those guys are the ones. It's like I'm almost pulling them up to
Mm.
me, but I think at
Yeah.
the same time they're pulling me down to them, and not down meaning down level, just in a
Yeah, like
different way.
that fun, that having a little bit more fun than you normally would, which I
Exactly.
love about the Street Profits. They've always been fun. I do love that you're bringing them up to being a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more serious. They haven't said that they were going to be in the Rumble, but what happens if you happen to be in the ring with the two of them?
And we clean house.
Love that. Okay. We'll keep it safe.
Yes.
It's a new group, so we'll leave it at that. But what is the biggest piece of advice that you've given them? You talked about, kind of getting more into the entertainment aspect, working with them. But what is one of the biggest pieces of advice that you were able to give Montez and Angelo?
You know what? With that being said, one of my favorite quotes is teaching is like learning twice. So
Mm.
I think there was a period in time in my career where I was able to do that. And then now I'm kind of like falling back, but now I'm teaching somebody else to do it. And that is just fight for what you want and stand up for yourself a lot more. Because we're in a very interesting position right now. Um, we haven't taken that big step. You put myself, former world champion, former tag team champions together, and we have not taken that big step. And that's what we need to do. I mean, we've gotten to the dance, but then we get cheated, and then it's like, all right, forget about me again.
Mhm.
Um, when you talk about WWE, when you look at the posters, when you when you talk about any championship, if our name is not involved, there's an issue.
So as an avid women's wrestling fan and enthusiast, are there any women you see joining your faction?
Let me ask you that question.
Because I would any particular because I would love to see, like, my dream would be like if like Trinity came back, or there's Bianca, even like there's so many options out there that can like match like your dominance and everything that you have going on with the Street Profit.
You know what? I say this. I say anybody that comes back is going to be special in that group
Mm,
because, and it's a big positive for women's wrestling right now because when you look across the landscape of the board of the women's wrestling that we have in the WWE today,
mhm.
every one of those girls are incredible. This hasn't been in a while where you're like four deep or five deep on the ranking chart, if you would say,
Right.
on say SmackDown, and you'll probably still run into a world champion.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
look how incredible Bailey is. Bailey is incredible at
Yeah.
everything. And where's she at
100%.
on the line? So even just to crack
Mm.
that next level, you've got to at least beat a
Right.
Bailey, and it ain't happening because she is
Right.
good.
Right.
And then you have to beat her at
Yeah, I
everything,
agree.
and it ain't happening. So what I'm
Mm.
saying is either we get a girl that has the potential to crack that,
Mhm.
or we get a girl that's already there.
There's been a lot of big news going out right now. The Netflix, Raw going to Netflix, and The Rock joining the TKO board of directors. How do you, just really quickly, like how do you feel about the future of WWE right now and just the exciting time right now being a wrestling fan?
I think it's a good time to be a superstar, a good time to be a wrestling superstar in the WWE. I mean, everything's moving. There's 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 competition. Um, and with Raw coming on and this new Netflix deal, like what we have to do is we have to raise our bar. We've been
Right.
doing great. We got to do greater. If you put those challenges, if you sign those deal, it's like, all right. For me, I look at it as like signing a fight contract. If you
Right.
fight a contract, you gotta perform. You can't go out there and just drop the ball. So
Right.
this is a huge deal for us. We have to step up. We have to bring our A game, and that makes it fun for us. Because it's like, damn, we're gonna bring our A game. Let's go.
Right.
Some guys are used to that. I'm one of the guys that's used to that.
Mm-hmm.
Couple seconds left in the game, we're behind by two. Let me shoot the 3-pointer.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of person. So with us having this Netflix deal, The Rock coming on, The Rock's gonna be like, I want this thing super entertaining. I want it to let's go. So I'm like, let me in. Let me
Yeah.
smash somebody. Let me go for that title. So it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm super excited about it. I was just hearing about this news because I was working out last night, and then I had two people send me it, text me
Mhm.
about it, and they were like, you know what this is about, and I was like, is that even true, or is that just wrestling fans putting out some kind of
Right.
thing to cause a stir? Either way, I was like, that's pretty cool. And then the Rock thing I found out later on, I was like, damn, okay, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Shoot, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. We have the talent, we have the superstars, we
Right.
have the people that can push that, move that ticker. We have it all. So all we have to do is go.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, Bobby. I'm very excited to see you at the Rumble on Saturday. Thank you so much for your time and good luck.
Thank you.